Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Kirk here again at Option Alpha. And first of all, Happy New Year if you're watching this next year, but I guess actually it'll be December 31st when this goes out. Anyway, and hopefully you guys are enjoying that. So I had a very cool idea after I re-listened to the podcasts that I recorded with Beijubot, which if you haven't listened to it, he's the co-founder of Robinhood, which is a stock trading app, which I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not. I'm assuming you have if you're in the investing space. But go back and listen to it because it went live yesterday, 2 days ago, or yesterday on Saturday. But I had a thought that came into my mind and I want to talk about it because I think actually it's going to be a super cool arbitrage opportunity for 2018, but it's not going to be around, I don't think, forever. I think it'll actually get weeded out probably pretty quickly, or I assume it would get weeded out in the market pretty quickly because most of the time, any arbitrage opportunity ends up like if it's there, it's going to, get basically priced out of an efficient market. And I think this will happen, but I think you will actually see it. And I 100% will try to trade this thing a bunch of times. So that's the goal in 2018 when this happens. So here's the idea. And for those of you who don't know what an arbitrage opportunity is just an opportunity to make money and basically take no risk or very, very little risk in the market. So like an idea of this, I tried to explain this to my wife too. And she was like, well, what's arbitrage? And so the idea would be like, if you could buy, I don't know, this can of like buy, which by the way, is like the best thing on earth. How many people love buy? You could buy this can for $1 and immediately sell it to somebody else for $2, right? Like you effectively take no risk. And you have an arbitrage opportunity. So here's the cool one. If you think about it with options trading, when Robinhood announced that they were going to do free options trading, not only free commissions, but also free exercise and assignment. That is the coolest part of this. Free commissions. Yes, cool. Free exercise and assignment. Think about this and just hear me out on this as I walk through it in my head too, because I'm thinking about it. What we have found with in particular with strategies where we adjust into an inverted position, where we're basically inverted on the position heading into expiration. Say the stock is at $50 and we have a 51 put and a 49 call, right? So we're inverted by $2 basically. So again, a 51 put option and a 49 call. So we're inverted by $2. When that happens and we go to expiration, we're trying to buy back that spread for the width of the inverted strikes, which is $2, right? So the 51 to 49 and the stock, let's assume, is at $50. When you do that, you're trying to buy back that spread for $2. Most of the time when you get to expiration, what happens is that spread goes down to say 205 or 206 or 203, right? But it won't ever trade or very rarely will it ever trade before expiration at exactly the width of the inverted spread, right? So the $2 exactly. So what we effectively end up having to do is we end up having to buy the spread back for as close to $2 as possible. Theoretically, let's say 205, right? So we buy the thing back for 205. Now, right now as it stands, because exercise fees are so high, because commissions, you have to pay commissions on those contracts, it is worth it for you to buy back the spread for 205 than to go through the assignment process and the exercise process. And the shares would cancel each other out anyway, but it's worth it for you to do that. But if you think about the way the Robinhood is set up, and if you guys are following me on this, let me know, give me some thumbs up or hearts if you kind of get it already. So I'd love to know somebody's like, yep, I get where you're going on this. So if you think about the way that Robinhood is set up now, or that they're going to be set up when they release options trading, is what they're going to do is they're going to allow you to trade commission-free and exercise commission-free. So theoretically, what we could do, the arbitrage opportunity is at expiration, we could go out to seemingly a ton of these securities, basically put on an inverted spread right before expiration happens, sell the inverted spread to somebody who's going to buy it back for 205. And that would happen literally the day of expiration, right? So you sell an inverted spread the day before or the day of options expiration. You sell it for just slightly higher than the width of the inverted strikes. So in our example, we would deliberately go out and sell an inverted spread for 205, knowing that the value is going to go down to $2, but that somebody else doesn't have the capacity to do it because they have to pay commissions and exercise fees, etc. So effectively, you take little to no risk, and you sell, maybe a wider spread. Maybe it's not $2 wide, maybe it's $5 wide, and you sell it for $5.10, right? And so you sell that thing for $5.10 because you know somebody else is not going to do it. And as long as the stock lands in this $5 or $10 range, you end up pocketing that difference because there's no commissions that are involved. There's no exercise fees that are involved. You go through the assignment process, you go through the exercise process, everything gets assigned, but the shares negate each other, right? You're long stock, you're short stock, and it negates each other, but you collected more premium than you lost on the assignment of the shares and everything like that. Does that make sense, that opportunity? It's actually really wicked. I mean, it's like wicked smart opportunity to be able to do this. And I think it only makes it possible now that Robinhood has the capacity to do it at this level, because you just really don't see the premium drop to that like exact difference of the inverted spread width before until we really get to like that last day or so of expiration. And so I think there's going to be a huge opportunity to do this. And if you think about contracts too, I mean, even in this, I mean, like the number of contracts you do would be negligible to some degree, because you could buy cheap protection and still do it. If you had an IRA account or retirement account, you could do, 50, 100 contracts, right? Because you're only holding it for a day and then you get rid of it. So I don't know how that opportunity would disappear necessarily unless the premium goes down faster before expiration than it normally would. But I think that's going to be a huge opportunity. And I've been tracking this on some of the weekly contracts, and just to see like where that premium is and how it goes. And it usually goes down to $5, $6 on some of the more active contracts, even like hours before expiration. I mean, so I really think the opportunity to do a little arbitrage trading strategy around that is going to be huge and very cool. So if you followed along in there, let me know. Just add a comment real quick. I know you guys are in here. There's 11 of you right now at this exact moment. I think there was like 16 when I said that. But just let me know if that makes sense, because I think it's going to be a cool opportunity. I don't think it's going to be around forever. I don't know how it's going to be weeded out, but eventually it'll be done on a massive scale. And maybe I'm the first person that's talking about it, but free commissions and free exercise, I think, is a huge, huge, huge opportunity. So how can we learn more about these arbitrage opportunities? I mean, I think they just come and go. I mean, here's arbitrage opportunity. That's not arbitrage, because arbitrage is free money with no risk, basically, right? So it's hard to do. It's hard to do. And this is not no risk, right? I mean, you're going to hold through expiration, right? That's the risk. So after hours movement in the stocks, I wouldn't do it on stocks. I'd probably do it on the ETFs first. But after hours movement in the stock is still risk, right? So it's not a true case of arbitrage, but it's pretty daggone close. And I think if you did a wide enough inverted spread, you'd minimize that risk, right? So if the stock is at $5, you do the 55 puts and the 45 calls, right? That's how wide, so the stock needs to move basically outside of $5 in the last hour or so of trading or after hours trading. And I think an ETF would be a better opportunity for us. Yeah. Yep. Happy New Year to everyone too. Thanks, Brett. And I think, Brett, you just sent me an email. I just haven't had a chance to look at it. Brian said, are you going to start using Robinhood then instead of Tastyworks? I haven't seen what Robinhood has. I think I said in the podcast, I think anytime, and I know that they're going to do this, they're going to be very simple for the regular person, right? So you'll be able to do complex trades, but can you do complex analysis through them? Probably not, right? They won't have implied volatility rank, and they won't have probably won't have probabilities built into the platform, right, immediately. So I think the opportunity to connect to a Robinhood and do your analysis someplace else, but place your trades maybe through Robinhood if you have that capacity might be good. It depends on how much you're doing and how much you want to do that. I mean, that literally be like double trading. You're doing it on one screen, you're doing it someplace else. So I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out, because I haven't seen what it is yet. I haven't gotten access to it yet. So if they do have really good, software and scanning and analysis capabilities, then I think that obviously changes the dynamic. But $1 per contract at Tastyworks, no closing costs on that's still really good. I mean, it's really good for a platform too. I mean, killing all the other brokers too, right? Exactly. Cool. All right, everyone. Well, listen, I just want to jump in and tell you about that. I thought that was a pretty cool opportunity for 2018. So hopefully that gets you excited for next year. We've got a lot of stuff coming for you guys. So I'm going to try to jump in here. One of my goals this year in 2018 is just to do these regardless of what happens. I mean, like most of the time, the kids are crazy and there's loud noises and girls screaming in the background. But I'm going to try to jump in here and do more of these because I have a lot to say and hopefully a lot that we can talk about this year together, and I think these will they'll help. And it's a lot easier for me to do these than to write a blog post, right? So yeah, no, I'm not done with TOS. I'm still on TOS right now, so have not moved, haven't transitioned over. So when I do, I will let you guys know. But I am going to talk to you guys later on this week about a new way that I'm managing trades in Thinkorswim because I changed it up a little bit this month. And I actually like it a little bit better than what I was doing before. It's just like a pure, like the view that I have of trades, not like exiting them early or taking, adjustments or stop losses. It's just like how I have my Thinkorswim platform set up. So I'll try to do a video on that tomorrow or so and talk about that and kind of do a little screen share and show you guys what we're doing. So, but let me know what you guys' plans are for New Year's, what your goals are. I'd love to know. Add them in the comments right below. We'll do a podcast on this here soon. If you haven't already, like I said, please listen to the interview I did with Beiju, which was great and very cool. So we'll talk to you guys next year. Take care.